Good morning, Soul Family. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Come on in. Thank you so very much for the subscribes, the likes, the views, the shares, and those wonderful comments. I appreciate everyone. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. We're going to clear the energy in here, and we're going to see what the message is that Spirit has for us together. So it was, I'm not sure if you guys could hear it, but it was like in between each ring, it was almost like an echo of that ring. So it would have been a ring, slight echo, ring, slight echo, ring, slight, like that. Like someone is thinking about things, actions that they took, but thinking about it later, after it happened. Like, yeah, when I was walking down the street, I didn't have to kick that old man that was laying in the street. And they're, because now they're thinking, because when I really take myself and my ego out of the situation, I see that the old man had a broken leg and I actually could have stopped to help him. He wasn't actually trying to get in my way, he was actually needing my assistance. So it's like someone is thinking about things that they've done, something they did, maybe a conversation, an interaction, and they're thinking about their part in it, what they put in it. They're thinking about it with a clear mind and clear thoughts. Bottom of the deck, we have yes or no. This is that puppeteer. It's like they're thinking, was I acting the way that I just normally act? Or was I acting this way for a particular reason? Was it just me out of whatever reason feeling like I have to protect myself? Or was there a particular reason? Something that somebody is looking at. Something that they maybe not want to talk about. Confirmation. They don't necessarily want to talk about it, but they're thinking about it. They know the real deal. And they know it's time for them to kind of work on that. Work on how they choose to respond. Because it's like somebody, they had a lot to say, but they chose not to say anything. Instead of responding. Responding is not hard. Someone is now seeing that that's something that they actually need to work on. Because they're looking at how that affects everything and everyone. And they're looking at why they do it. Why they do it. The reason that they do it is because they're trying to get their way. They're trying to control a situation like this puppeteer. Like they can control what someone says, does, thinks, acts, reacts. No. No. It's like they had some expectation that they were either expecting a visitor or they were expecting to be someone's visitor. But it seems like they were met with some sort of defense, like, no, this is not a good time. And because of that, they kicked up drama. Sorry, y'all. Because of that, they kicked up some drama. It's like they was like, oh, I'm gonna show you who the ruler is. I'm gonna show you who's in control. How can you show someone who's in control when you're not in control of yourself? When you are completely out of control. So how do you expect to control someone else? Just a question. Something about this visitor. Maybe somebody had a visitor. Or something about this visit. Something about this visit. And at that particular time, somebody seemed like they were just, it wasn't a really good time for them. It wasn't a really good time for them. And so the other person was like, okay, like so nonchalant. So nonchalant. But in that way that they were acting like they were a wise guy. Like nothing bothered them. Okay, that's fine. Whatever, whatever. But it really did bother them because they really didn't want nothing. They wanted something, but they didn't want. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Somebody was all in their feelings. That's what it is. And it's like they know they could have communicated. They communicated. They should have said something, but they're choosing not to. But they don't realize that it was somebody else that was taking care of themselves. Yes, someone was. They were doing their thing. They were doing their thing. They were following their higher calling, their higher power. This person was following their conscience. And somebody else, what they wanted was somebody just to be about them. They wanted some attention all for them. But they wasn't thinking about what was good for you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, so somebody can definitely see both sides of any situation. The veil is lifted. Somebody saw this player for who this player truly was. Someone that was not on the bright or the right or the light side of things. Somebody who was somehow secretly practicing some type of dark magic that they weren't even aware of. This is their purpose. This is their purpose. But what's odd is there was a high priestess and a dark warlock. that came together. Mixed souls and are somehow bound together. This information was not known at this time this was happening. Because had this information been known at this time that this was happening, I don't feel like this would have happened. Somebody would have said, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, look at the time. Look, it is. Look at this time. Well, it was so good visiting with you. It was so good having this short visit with you. I'm so glad that I could carve out the time, this short visit with you. But it's time for me to go now. It's time for me to go now. Ooh, where's the front door now? Mm-hmm. Bye. Phew. Oh, yeah, it's like the light and the dark, they mixed. Ooh, what else, Spirit? What else? Anything else from this deck? Y'all got me sweating up in here. Anything else from this deck? This is incredible. Anything else? Nothing else from this deck? All right. Ooh, this is something that's going to take some work. Yes. Oh my God. So one of them wants one to work on giving them all the attention, and the other one says, I don't know how to put this nicely, but fuck no. This is like bottom of the deck. The fool. I don't know if somebody's feeling like a fool, if they just did this without thinking. Somebody, they jumped in with both feet, and they all in their emotions. They are in their emotions, and they want to say something, but they're not. They don't know what to say. Somebody's in their emotions because they're thinking about all these games that they played, and why they even played those games. You know, they was trying to be like Mac Daddy Daddy Mac, not realizing it costs to be the boss. And now they sitting here looking from afar, brokenhearted, not realizing it actually costs to be the boss. They wanted to visit somebody, and somebody said, "I'm good. No, 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 no. No, I'm good." Because I see what I see. You know, it's like they had said something to somebody, but the way they put it, trying to make it, trying to spin it like it was going to be something good, and that other person was like, "I can't. No, no." They didn't realize that somebody has some spiritual authority to be able to see shit as it's coming. They can't hide nothing. They cannot hide anything, not one thing, nothing, no thing from this high priestess. This warlock thought he's gonna try it. He tried it. And now this is how he's feeling, all shut down and shit. That he thought he was going to be able to spin that little wand doing some type of warlock magic shit. Right one, wrong one, all wrapped up in the same one. Get the fuck out of here. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Right one, wrong one, all wrapped up in the same one. Spirit was not going to let this one fly. Spirit said, get that. It's like Spirit was the big man on the basketball court. Somebody tried to go. They was dribbling. They was trying to go for a layup. And they was like right here at the basket. And Spirit said, boom, get that shit out of here. Basketball go. Because now they feel like a fool. And they see that they wasn't doing no equal give and take. They wasn't trying to be, where they had somebody understand them, but yet in turn they understand somebody else. Like the shit that was important to them, they don't want it to be important to them, somebody else. Like their time is valuable, but somebody else's time is expendable. Kind of like that. But they see that their thoughts, thinking that somebody else may or may not have been a thought, THOT, that hope over there, was incorrect. Now they feel like a fool. Because they jumped in. They jumped in. And look. They jumped in both feet. Both feet. Look, they jumped in so deep, they went head first. And they didn't stop until both feet was covered. So they all the way in. Figuratively speaking. But they hesitated. They made it. They got beside themselves. They thought long and they sure the fuck thought wrong. Okay. They thought they was getting ready to get their way. They thought they was getting ready to say, okay, wait on me. Somebody said, okay, I'm going to wait on you. Once you get yourself together, player, and I ain't playing. Once you get yourself together, player, and you think that you qualify and you quantify to be on my level, then you can come back and holler at a sister. You feel me? You're picking up what I'm putting down. You dig? Somebody said, get that little shit out of here. Spirit said, now we ain't even letting this shit progress no further until you get your shit together. Because you're the one that got the negative shit over here. And doing the shit on purpose. But it's time for this purpose person to get in their motherfucking purpose. That's why Spirit said, skirt. I'm putting the brakes on everything. I'm putting the brakes on everything. 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 Hell no. Hell no. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to go to school. They're about to learn a lesson. I hope they pay attention to this learned lesson. Because if not, they will have to repeat. Has something to do about this Queen of Cups. Has something to do about someone trying to get something over on this Queen of Cups. And how she had to cover up her cup of love. Because she could see something just wasn't right. She could feel it. She could feel it. I can see look, something's coming in the air, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, this person, they was mixed up on who this person, on who she is. They thought that she was this. Then at one point, they thought, well, she'd be a good wifey material, but then they thought, no, I don't. They felt like they wanted to just kind of typecast this person. But then whenever everything shook out, they saw who she really was. The Empress. That's what fucked them up. They was expecting her to come out the bag. They was expecting her to go, expecting her to try and kick up some dust, expecting her to reach out and be like, well, I thought that, and I know you not trying to play nobody, and hello, and calling and texting and the fuck, who got that type of fucking time? Put it in the comments below, because I wants to know who got that type of time. This person is trying so hard to forget about this connection. This player is trying so hard. They don't want to admit this is how they really feel, but this is where they at. They don't want to admit that. And they are so afraid that this is going to come to light. They're trying so hard to keep it under wraps, but as the days go on, it's coming to light. Yep. Trying to keep it in the wraps. Under wraps. But they want to talk. They definitely want to talk. They want to talk about how they tried to keep you off balance. And they definitely want to apologize. They want to talk about how they wasn't respecting your time. Confirmation. How they was not respecting your time. And they want to apologize. Because they had an ego confirmation. They had an ego death. They had an ego death. They realized you was not this one. You was this one. These are two totally different types. And they realized they couldn't do nothing. It was not for them to get upset because you are following your higher calling, your purpose. And just because they had something planned out in their mind that did not work out for you at that time, it's not for them to get an attitude. It's for them to say, okay, I understand. See, they understand. They the one that caused this imbalance, and they're the ones who was being standoffish. But they can't get mad at you if you want to be standoffish too. They didn't realize that they was going to be met with the same energy that they was putting out. They're not used to that. It's going to knock them back. It showed them what they was putting out is surely what the fuck they getting back. As above, so below. As above, so below. It's almost like this person wanted to do something sporadic and somebody said, oh, I would love to, but it doesn't work out like that for me because I got something else going on that day or that time or that week or that month or that weekend or whatever. And somebody gets an attitude. Something like that. Yeah. And so and so it's like they're leaving, but like they're leaving with a grudge or something. You cannot make this up. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. But they got a grudge. You see? One of those immature types. Because that's all it is. It's immaturity. Thinking about self. And maybe the other person just didn't feel like it. Maybe the other person was truly busy. Maybe the other person was working. Maybe the other person was working on self. Maybe the other person didn't feel well. Maybe the other person was tired. Whatever reason, somebody got upset because they didn't get their way. But now they're looking at this person differently. They see this person as a star. They see this person is healed, is happy, is healthy. It's like, oh, okay, no problem. Well, you want to act like that? Act like that. I'll be over here. Once you feel better from acting like you're in the 5th or 6th grade, come see me. I would love to see you. I'll be over here. Yeah. Somebody, they thinking about this, how somebody just left. Said, okay. Oh, you want to act like that? Okay. No problem. No problem. See ya. And they fucked up because the one that was left was the love of their life and the Empress. That's what it is. That's why they fucked up. They let this Empress and the love of their life with the lovers walk right on out the door. All because they was like in their immature feelings about their boom boom stick. Because they wanted the music to be bow chicka bow 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 chicka bow bow wacka 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 bow chicka bow bow wacka 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 wacka. They wanted to do that. They wanted to be there some passion and some fire with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. They wanted to hear somebody screaming. But instead they was like, yeah, well, no, I gotta work. Yeah. No, I got rollers in my hair too. Got hair rollers. And I got cold cream on my face. So, and avocado. Cold cream and avocado. And I've already taken my bra off for the day. So no. So they feeling like they could see that somebody was like, no, for whatever reason they was no. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you. And they knew the truth, but the thing is they wanted it to happen. And it didn't happen like that. And so they wanted to throw a fit. They wanted to throw a fit. They wanted to show this person, this is how I throw a fit. This is how I throw a fit. Do you see my feet stomping on the ground? Because I'm throwing a fucking fit. I am throwing a fit because I wanted you to be my Ten of Cups. I feel like you're my Ten of Cups, and I wanted to be your everything, your every life, your every breath. Every time you blink your eyes, I want you to only see me. How the fuck you gonna walk away from me and not give me what the fuck I said I wanted? And this person was like, yeah, well, no, I told you I got some other shit I gotta do. I got to follow my own first mind. I got to use my own third eye. I'm on a whole nother level, brother. A whole nother motherfucking level. And listen, you trying to come with some, some old magical shit. This ain't the time. I got some really fucking magical bills I got to pay, okay? So you and however you handle your little temper tantrums to get your little way, you go do that over there. You go do that over there. Okay? Once you get your shit together and you will work some shit out, then come holler at a sister. But until then, I'm good. Somebody was like, I wanted to be the one that you was screaming, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. And they know that is the truth. That's what they wanted. They was like, dang, I just want to, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. But instead, somebody said, no, I can't do it. No. I made another promise, so I'm going to go ahead and stick to that. I'm a person of my word. Sorry. So you understand why they pissed off, don't you? You understand why their feelings is hurt, don't you? You understand what's going on, don't you? So it was like, this is like like I said, the high priestess and the player. The player just don't realize, boo, who you think the high priestess is? How you think she knows so much? Who you think that? Who you thought you was? What you thought? Who you think? Who the? What the? Why the? What the? How the? How you think she got her knowledge? Let's talk about the high priestess. How you think she got her knowledge? She knows so much not because she sat at home the entire time. So when you running up on a high priestess and you thinking that you running gang, it's not fair for you to limp away. Understand that A, either she was being sweet and she just didn't let your game fly, or B, she's going to teach you a lesson and she was going to show you how to run game. Stop it, stomach. And that's just confirmation if y'all could hear that. Stop it, I'm going to eat after this. Run up and get done up. Run up and get done up, motherfucker. You cannot play a player, and you cannot pimp an ex-pimp. Run up and get done up. They confused as a motherfucker. They like, how she know to protect herself from me? How she know I wasn't really gonna come with some honesty? How she know that what I was dishing was just a made up alibi? One of them good old lies. How she know to stop me dead in my tracks? I just saw a picture of or a flash of one of those cars with a crashed dummy. How she know? Somebody's trying to figure this out. How the fuck she know? They trying to figure out, how does this person know the truth without even being there, without being around there? It is something that this person works on. It is a skill that this person has, that justice is always on their side because they know where to stay in their lane. They stay in their own fucking lane. That's it. They know how to defend themselves. They can tell when people coming. But see, something that people don't realize about them though, if they come to that person with honesty, with love, the wheel of fortune turns in their favor. But when they come to that person with this negativity, with this game, with this trickery, with this lying, with this bullshit, with this trying to manipulate somebody's mind, this person is motherfucking karma walking. You don't want to mess with her. You don't want to mess with her because she will put up that sort of truth. I know y'all hear my stomach, and this is just damn confirmation and saying I need to eat some breakfast too. But what I'm saying is, once she put up that fucking sword of truth and she speak that truth, that shit sets that world and that shit in motion. It sets the shit in motion. Once she speaks that truth. Somebody's realizing that now. With that Princess of Cups, that communication, and that Chariot, somebody wants to travel. They want to talk about something. They want to say, hey, this, hey, that, and blah, blah, blah. They want to stop it, stomach. So much confirmation. Oh my. I'm eating a minute, y'all. Yes. But I feel like somebody wanted to move towards this person, but they're not. I feel like they've been stopped dead in their tracks. They can't. They've stopped dead in their tracks. This person is kind of confused. This King of Pentacles, he's kind of confused. It's like, doesn't really understand why this person has kind of like blocked them from their happiness. But I think this King of Pentacles doesn't understand it's the way that this person came towards this person, or how they treated this person, or what they thought about this person, or what they thought of themselves about this, over this person. Because sometimes when we so into our own fucking ego, we don't see how we're treating someone else like shit. Someone is understanding now that, yeah, it was like they needed to pull themselves back. They needed to say, whoa, Nelly, let me slow my route. Let me understand that, you know what, somebody else has other different goals. And the goal of being available at my every need and every whim is not it. Someone sees they self-sabotage themselves, thinking that someone had to be available all the damn time, and then they chose not to say anything. Maybe this person was trying to explain, hey, this is what's going on. They was just like, okay, fine, whatever. That kind of smart ass shit. 5th and 6th grade shit. As opposed to saying, oh man, I know this is last minute or whatever, but I really wanted to see you. Somebody could have spoke up. They could have said how they felt. It could have changed somebody's mind, but somebody was like, all right, fine, whatever. They needed to ground themselves. Somebody needs to ground themselves. They sure do. They need to ground themselves, and they need to wake the fuck up. Because it's them that's keeping themselves stuck. It's them that's keeping themselves in some type of lack. It's them the ones that was not allowing themselves to feel love. And love doesn't have to do with anything physical. Somebody should have just surrendered. Somebody should have just said, okay, everything is not about me. But they wanted somebody else to surrender to what they wanted them to do. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Somebody holds a grudge. They hold a grudge. And they need to let that shit go. Yeah. I feel like whether they want to let it go or not, things are crumbling around them. Things are crumbling around this person because it's time for this person to wake up to who they are and how they are and show up to the world. Something about this high priestess and this warlock. They got together somehow, and it's like something about their souls are now intertwined. Subscribe.